So I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. That's what I've been talking about for the last good year, and even more so in the last couple of months, even more so. And I'm not creating a job that is for me. I'm seriously building a business or wanting to build a business that I can own and operate. But the reality is that's easier said than done. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Really do appreciate you being here. My name is Chris, and as I said, I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle, and it's been a long journey to get here. Now, I started reselling, if you are new here, 3 years ago, and now I've just started my 4th year. Year 1 and 2 were amazing, but they were nothing compared to 2023, my 3rd year of actually doing reselling. But what changed was I changed my mentality, and I changed the way I was approaching about doing my business, and started to focus on small business mindset opposed to just buying low items from op shops and thrift shops and selling them high. That still works, but the reality is that it wasn't working for me. So last year I took a bit of a gamble, and I was able to accomplish just shy in selling $100,000 of pre-owned clothing, which is really where I'm trying to put a lot of focus and attention in over the next year or so, with a few more things. Now, in this video, I want to take you through a bit more of what's been happening over the last couple of weeks, really just building the business one day at a time, and what does that actually take. What I've actually learned that over the last year, there's been a lot of processes, a lot of leverage, and a lot of risky moves that I've had to take in order to get to where I want to be at this point in time. However, this is the tip of the iceberg. I have some really, really big ambitions to come, but they are going to take time, and it's one day at a time. And these goals, I expect, will take probably years to accomplish, and I'm okay with that. Like I don't care if you're not okay with that, but it is. I've really got a bit of a 10-year plan. And when you think about that, if I'm in starting year 4 and it's a 10-year plan, we're really just here. We're really just starting to climb the mountain. And the reality is I have to pinch myself reflecting on all this in the fact that even now when I walk into my storage unit, yes, I open up 2 storage units. I have to pinch myself just for that. But I have a photographer now that does majority of my 80% of my listings, which is the clothing. And I also have a contractor that's doing my listings for me and helping me be able to grow and grow and grow. And that's crazy. And this is the reality of building a business, that there's going to be all these exciting things that are different to normal. And this might not be that weird for you, but for me, it's like, I never really thought about when I would be at this point. I knew I wanted to be at this point at some stage, but I never really kind of grasped when that would be. Anyway, I digress. I want to take you through what's been happening over the last couple of weeks, as I said, and if you've got questions along the way, by all means, please drop them down below. Let's get into it. Morning, folks. It's Monday morning. It's 9 o'clock, heading down to the storage unit. Got a full day there. I've got a lot of stock with me. I had another consignment pickup yesterday, actually, and I've got to go process that all today. So I'm just going to bring you along for a bit of a, show you what's happening. When I do these videos, I tend to forget to put the camera on here and there because I'm just so into doing what I'm doing. But I will try and keep you guys updated throughout the day, just giving you a bit of an insight of what I'm doing. It's 9 o'clock, as I said. I've actually done 33 listings this morning already. Had the 25 that I put live from my drafter, my lister, and then I've done a couple of extra on top of that, just with some of the electronics and consignment stuff that I'm doing. And that's really the focus that I'm trying to make going forward, is have the 25 bread and butter, which is getting done by my lister, and then I'm doing stuff on top like cream, and that's actually usually higher ASP stuff as well. So it's working. It's been working for the last couple of days. I've already sold 3 items I listed this morning, so that's really rewarding. But yeah, I'll take you through the details. I'm also going to be watching Drew on his live stream. He does, Monday live streams, work with me as well, which is a bit of fun. We do have about 39 orders going out this morning. Total about 46 items in general, but some of them being combined. So it's a big morning. Got to do pick, pack, and post. I've got a laundry delivery coming. Actually, laundry pickup coming, which that's at 10:15. So it's all happening. Monday is probably my busiest day. My photograph is only working until midday today, so they're coming now as well. They'll do some photos till they've got to go out and do what they've got to do, and then I'll be doing more electronics and sorting and consignment stuff this afternoon. So it's a big day. It's never a dull day, and glad to have you come along for the ride. So let's get into it, team. A lot going out. All right, team. So, got a little bit of Drew happening here. What's going on, Drew? So we've got a bunch of stuff going out. This is all just clothes in here. I'm not going to pull them all out just because it's a bit too hard. But a few other things going out. We've got some Pokemon stuff going out. We've got some books, some pops, some Lego, some more Pokemon stuff. More books and a couple of jackets. Got a phone going out here. I've got an iPod here. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff that people haven't paid for yet, but that should happen tonight. But all this is mainly just jeans, shirts, pants, shorts. Lots of shorts over the weekend, actually. Yeah, it's been quite rewarding. But essentially, if I bring this up, you can see we've got 40 items going out. So it's probably more likely 48, 49 because of all the combined. Actually, it's probably closer to 50. One person got 5 items. So it's working really well. I'm going to pack all this up. Then I've got all of this to deal with. All right, post is all done. I actually didn't get to show you because my post guy rocked up very last. Oh, sorry, it was all rush, and my worker had to go. So we quickly went down, took all the postage out. It's all gone. I'll show you a photo of how much postage it was. It was pretty good. Look at all this. This has been done this morning. This is great. This is epic. It's 12:48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of clothes. 5 boxes of clothes, and there's another one over here. Photos are getting uploaded as we speak, and then these basically go into a folder which my lister can use, and we use these notepads which digitize. They get uploaded as well, and they get digitized into the notes, which go into an Excel sheet for the lister to do their work. Got some cool little things coming through here. A couple of shirts. This nice big piece is really cool, and an army jacket at the back there. So we've got to process that today as well. I've got to now go through all this. I'm going to go through all this and this. I haven't actually gone through it. I just picked it up yesterday, and yeah, it's going to be a big day. I'm going to have some lunch, get some things charging, and then get on cracking. And I didn't realize it, but my work is actually coming back after their meeting, so I'm a happy man. All right, I'm going to have some food. I've got my packed lunches with me now as well, which is pretty good. We have a roll, kombucha. We even got a little almond bar. So yeah. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. So I'm sorting through all this stuff. Like, some of it I don't know what it is. This is the new consignment. But it's amazing what you find. Like, these are all phones. These will all get bundled up and shuffled out. We've got some South Park stuff. We've got some Goosebumps. We've got weird and wonderful stuff. But I found this as well. This is pretty cool. Got some old radios. These are pretty banged up, but try and move them. Just get rid of them. There's still a bunch of other stuff. There's some Mad magazines in there. Haven't even really gotten into it, but this thing is here as well, which is massive. There's some really interesting stuff. Sometimes it's not all worth it, but the beauty is it's, if it's not worth it, we just get rid of it. There's even this little bad boy as well. So anyway, charge on. So it has been a few couple of busy weeks, and I'm really trying to document, and we'll be jumping in and out of content and footage that I'll show you along the way of what I've been actually working on. And just to give you a quick, really high level, I've recently got another 200 kilos of clothing that I've had to go through and sort. I've had to prep it. I've had to put it through the processing chain, I guess. I've had a few more consignment pickups, more than ever. Actually, the most volume that I've ever had from my consignments. And they're doing really, really well. But I'm having to create and improve and learn better ways to do things because I have more stock coming in, more things moving, and I'm having to, one, make sure that they fit the quality, that they fit the process, but they also need to make sure that the processes are meeting the requirements to ensure that I can have my photographer do stuff, that I can ensure to have my lister do stuff, and all these things take time, and it's been actually quite overwhelming. I actually think I mentioned in one of these videos, is even though that I've got more people working for me, and technically I'm not having to do those things, so I've got more time than I've ever had, I'm actually working more than I've ever had because I'm now working on other things to continue to build that business out a bit more. The other thing I'll mention is that financials have been up and down for February. Like, it's been a roller coaster. We'll chat a bit about that later in the video. Folks, what is going on? It is now Tuesday. It is the next day. Wrapped up at the shop yesterday. I can't remember what I showed you, but we're heading back there today. Over the last couple of weeks, really, I've just been spending all the time that I can get at the shop, and that is it's kind of ironic because I said I had more time than ever because I've got people doing listings for me, but that's the reality of it. Now that I have this extra time, I need to use that time to get ahead, or use that time to build better things in place. And really that's what I'm doing. So back there today, we'll spend the full day there. Today my goal is, I've got a bunch of different things I've got to do. I do have to do some more electronics sorting, listing and testing and prepping, all that jazz. I've also got to do a bit of reconsolidation, so I'm going to be reshuffling. Whether I do this today is a different conversation. It's very hot today, 35. But ideally, I need to reconsolidate all the electronics as well. I'll probably do that on a cooler day. I've also got one of my best customers coming later this week, so I need to prep some clothing for them. They come through and they do a bit of a hand pick themselves. So I've got to get that sorted for this week as well. So there's a whole bunch of different things happening. It's never a dull day. So that's what we're doing today. So this is Tuesday. Come along for the ride. All right, folks, so we're in the storage unit now. We do have a few orders that I got to send as well. Looks like we've got, I just bought in a fan as well because it's been so hot. I'm just setting that up. How many orders have we got? Wi-Fi is not working. All right, we've got 9 orders to go out actually. Mainly just shirts. Had someone come through and buy quite a few shirts last night. Some cameras, some laptops and phones as well. So we're going to do that, but I'll quickly just give you guys an update. So we've got lots. This is all clothing. So this I started to prep. Well, just pull out, sort, count, and check yesterday. Started to flat lace some of this out. This will all go to the washing. All of this goes to the washing. There's about 390, I think it was 390, 380 pieces of clothing here. Just on the table in here. So it might not look, I don't know, it looks like a lot, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, there is a lot here. So I've got to continue to prep this today as well. We'll be doing more phones today. I've got a whole bunch of phones ready to do. I've got stuff that's not working. Still got all that. There's just heaps to be happening, folks. So I'm going to do some pick, packing and posting, and then I'm going to get into doing some actual work. All right, the postage is done. All right, quick update, just showing you how I do my electronics. So essentially, they all just go into these little bags. As you can see, I've just hit 100, so very exciting. Just finished charging a whole bunch, so now I'll put another whole bunch on charge. I continue on with that pile, and then we just repeat the cycle. Yeah. All right, team, it's time for some lunch. Got a little kombucha here. Got a roll as well, just avocado and cheese. We've done a good, we're up to 110 now, I think, 107. It's been interesting learning what's worth doing, what's not worth doing. It's all a bit of a gamble, but it's still a lot of fun, learning lots. This is the problem when you start doing something. There's always a bit of a learning curve and over a hump. It's like with the clothes, but now I'm comfortable with the clothes. So now I've just got to redo that for the, obviously for the electronics. The next thing that I'll be then doing is hats. Never ends. Well, it's all happening here. The fan literally just exploded inside. Jeepers. So we're down to this little guy. I'm not going to stay here much longer, it's way too hot. And we're back. It's the next day, it's Wednesday. Absolute chaos in the last 12 hours. Power outage at home. No comms, no internet, no power, nothing. Can't send, can't text. Fortunately, we have power here and signal here. So a bit behind on things. I actually didn't go to Backpacks today because I've got customers I need to deal with. I need to do listings and do other things. And when I say I got to do listings, I got to review listings that have been done by my lister and things like that. So a bit out of schedule, haven't done my videos, had to cancel my stream, all these different things. But this is the reality of life, right? So today the focus is I'm going to do a pick, pack and post. I'm going to continue on to finish some of the stuff off that I was doing yesterday before it got crazy and before that fan broke. It's a lot cooler today. And I might even start on reshuffling some of this to get more space happening. And then the other thing I got to do today is start to prep all this as well. So basically what we do when it comes to the clothing, just so you have a better understanding. Hello down there. All right, so what we do with the clothing is essentially, I like to prep it to make sure it's all good for washing. So we go through, we button everything, we check all the pockets, and we button up all the sleeves, everything like that, to make sure that there's going to be no damage in the washing, because obviously it's getting batch washed and they're not going to necessarily do all these checks. So we're going to do that for all these, and then we try and put them into somewhat colors, and then we also put them all into the IKEA bag. So that's all this. Got to do all of that, and sorry, just turning you around. I've got to do that today as well, and we started to do it on this pile the other day. So that's really the other focus. I do have my worker coming in to help with that today as well, because I was meant to start on that yesterday, but it's just too hot here. So yeah, what's happening? Let's see what sales we got, and get cracking. All right, so what have we actually got going out? We've got some tights going out, we've got some phones going out, we've got shirt, jeans, some G-Star Raw, but this is the banger for the day. I picked up 2 of these from Sabres the other day, just a spontaneous trip. This one's gone for $199.70, $199.97, sorry, plus $10 postage. So I got over $200 for this, and I've got one more. This one has 2 little holes in it, the other one does not. So pretty cool, really random to find, had no idea about them, did some research while I found them, and it was worth it. So I'm going to pack all this up. All right, team, well, we managed to clear out all the electronics down here, and it's not perfect yet, but they're all now here. Some of this is in the old system, they haven't been bagged, it just didn't make sense to, but all these are now bagged here. I haven't been able to adjust all the shelves properly because I don't have any more shelves. This one I was able to add in for the video games and stuff, but essentially they come down here and then they'll come down this way. But ideally all this will move up once this gets moved out and liquidated. Books will stay here. Again, trying to minimize doing books as much as possible. Dragonlance are going well. Really just picking up the ones that hopefully sell. But you know, still continuing to improve on those things, and we're about to fill up this space. So I do need to do another consolidation of the clothing, but I also need to do a stock tank as well. Anyway, pulled out all this stuff, so I'm a happy man. Some of the wins that have actually occurred in the last couple of weeks. One is I've had my longest consistent streak of daily new listings. Now, last year I was listing 25 per day. When I say 25 per day, that might have meant I was doing 15 new and doing some sell-similar, relists, whatever. This, in the last 2.5 weeks, I've had my longest consistency streak of 25 listings per day. You can see it on this graph here, and they are all new listings, no sell-similars. So that's been really, really encouraging to see, and I've been able to do that with the help of someone else. I've increased my ASP, and the value proposition seems to be shining better to my customers. Yes, I've been introducing a lot of new product to my store, like a lot of electronics, but I've been selling clothing as well, which is my main seller, but the ASP of that has risen, and it's been very, very interesting to see that people are buying less, but they're spending more. And I don't know if that's just because I'm giving them a better a value proposition, or they're liking what they get, or they're seeing the feedback, or is it just a timing factor? I don't actually know. I haven't solved for that. I like to think it would be a value proposition because the feedback's up. You know, I'm having a lot of repeat buyers come back, and that's been very interesting to see. I've also been able to have some new opportunities start to arise with some ongoing connections that I'm working on, and hopefully see that play out in a bit longer than the next 30, actually it's probably closer to the next 3 months, to be honest. But you know, building out some different opportunities and working with a few different people to see if we can make that happen. Now, of course, they're all the highs, they're all the wins. There's big problems too. I've got big problems. We've all got problems. But look, at the moment, my biggest problem is costs. I'm still struggling to lower the expenses. Obviously, bringing on a contractor, I'm paying someone to do things. So I am getting a return on investment on that, but I haven't necessarily seen a slingshot in growth. I'm still hitting my dollars target-wise in terms of revenue, top level. I am starting to see an increase in revenue. However, the volume of sales is down. So if I could get the volume up with the ASP up, we'll be laughing. But my biggest challenge at the moment is storage is becoming tight. I'm running out of space because I'm not selling as much as I was. Like I was doing 118 items a week, 12 weeks ago. Now I'm doing half that, but I'm still meeting the quota in terms of dollars. So it's interesting going through, culling out stuff that isn't selling anymore, making sure that I am doing those hygiene checks as well in the business. The other one is, well, it kind of comes from this as well, is managing that lag of the store growth and catch up. So when we list, and I know this because I've done it so many times, is when you start to do consistent listings, you then start to see a bit of a delayed effect of when that starts to turn into potential revenue. And usually I sit anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks behind. Now, at the start of this month, I did start doing more consistent listings and we weren't really, doing anything better. But in the last 2 weeks, I've done my second best week ever, and I'm doing a back-to-back week of over $4,000, which I've never done before. So that's really rewarding, and I think that's starting to trickle through. Fingers crossed. That's just a bit of an analysis that I'm seeing. Good morning, folks. What is going on? All right, so I think I last checked in on Thursday. I could have been wrong. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to continue on of just doing things in the business, and I'm trying to do these episodes over a week, 2 weeks, and then give you a bit of an update because I want to be able to show you the progress and the things that I'm working on and dealing with and just the things that pop up. But it's very hard to document it in the moment because sometimes I forget about it or I don't get to talk about it or whatever. So today, Monday, new day, we've got about 47 orders going out. So we're going to do all that first, and I'm going to do some videoing of the recent op shop haul that I did. And then really we're just getting into business. So I've got to get into the next batch of electronics. Today I'll be starting on, I think I've got to finish a couple more phones. Then I'll be getting into like iPads and stuff, tablets. So that's that focus first. And then also, just working my way through that, working out systems and processes to ensure that I'm capturing all the details so that my lister can do them with ease. So that's my focus today. I'll have my photographer doing photos of clothing, just really trying to push that out. I've already figured out when the next order will be coming in for clothing. I've also figured out when the next washing is. So there's lots of moving pieces, but I'm also trying to get that momentum. And I think the last almost 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks actually, has been my longest streak of consistent 25 listings. Now I know that sounds funny because I've been doing 25 listings last year. However, sometimes those listings might have had to be relists or whatever because I didn't always have it, or I was just too tired and too lazy to get it done. So I am starting to also increase that listing amount. I've already done my listings for this morning because they were already drafted, ready to go. Just had to send them live, review them, la-di-da-di-da. All right, team, I'll see you in a jiffy. It's going to be a big one. I've got the packed lunch with me. Let's rock and roll. All right, we're here, team. Got Drew about to start happening. I've got to put all them away, but for now I'm just going to quickly take everyone through in a different video some of the stuff I got from Savers, but I'll take you through everything else in a minute. All right, so we're back. So at the end of last week, I don't think I showed you this, guys, but I ended up sorting out all this. I had someone come through and purchase a whole bunch of stuff. I've just got a regular customer that I deal with. And then I got all this prepped. So we got all these buttons done up. We quality checked it, to see if there's any issues. The bad quality stuff's over here. And this will go for pickup on Thursday. All of this will get picked up. I've still got some bags of stuff to go through down here. But there's about, I think it's 330 shirts in here. All here, and all here. So they will get taken and washed, and then they'll join the assembly line. So this is some of the just Savers stuff that I picked up the other week, which will be going into the assembly line here. And then we've got this, which will go out today. I've got to take some pictures of this, but then I'm starting on electronics today, and our main focus today is all this. So we've got a big day ahead of us, but first we've got to go pick, pack and post. I've got Drew on in the background over here. How you doing, Drew? Appreciate you, buddy. Just going to put you on mute. So I've got to do a pick, pack and post of, jeepers, it's quite a lot of orders. Where's my phone? I'll show you. I think it's 47 orders. It's definitely one of my bigger weekends. It's actually been my second best week ever that I've done. So I'm very happy with that. getting a bit of momentum. Let's keep the momentum now. So we've got a total of 47 items to go out. I'll do it. I'll take that any day. Let's get picking and packing. All right, all picked. Now we pack. Woohoo! We've got heaps of stuff going out. We've got books. We've got this is all electronics. We've got more books. This is all clothes. All clothes and electronics. We've even got I think we've got a DS here somewhere. Yeah, there's a DS. A big video camera, little palm thing. Even some Lego, sort of guy. All right, team, we have finished packing everything. As you can see, there's quite a lot to go out. Now I'm going to do some electronic stuff. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of stuff on charge. I'm going to have some lunch while things are charging, and I've got to put all this away over there. And yeah, now I'll do some work. Never ends. All right, today is Tuesday. It's been a busy day. We've been to Savers. I actually just did a video on this, and I've had a big consignment pickup. I've got video game stuff, I've got laptops and iPads in here, and then I've got a couple of things that I've got to post, which these were stored at home because they're big collectibles. They're just too much space taken up here. But I'll quickly give you guys an update. So I think I was talking about some of the storage issues the other day. If not, I've got a few storage issues because I'm ramping up the store in terms of volume. There's a bit of a delay effect in terms of me getting enough sales, which means I don't have enough space to keep this and all of this. So I've actually got myself another shelf. This is all stuff getting ready to go out for laundry. I've actually got another shelf which I need to set up now. Today, really what I've got to focus on is I've got to do a pick, pack and post quickly because it is already 1 o'clock, and because I've got about 16 orders to go out since yesterday, which is good. We'll do that, and then I'm going to do some sorting. We've already got enough photos. My list is already done photos for the next 3-4 days, and I already did my listings for today. So I'm going to focus on getting some other stuff done today so that when I come in next, we can just execute. So probably won't show too much, but yeah, let's get chopping. Howdy folks, it is Wednesday, and just here after Backpacks with Vic Kids, we're starting up some fundraising stuff for that soon, not yet, but soon. Anyway, what am I doing today? I'm going to do a pick, pack and post. I've already done the picking actually. I'm going to do some posting, and then I've got to finish prepping all of the clothes essentially just to go out for washing. They're getting picked up tomorrow at 11 AM, so I've got to finish putting all these together, and that's including all that, and then we're done, and then we start prepping the next lot, which will get picked up next week. So it's all happening, folks. Anyway, let's show you what is going out today. We have this nice little number right here going out. He's going out for about $60, I think it was. We've got some trading cards, we've got a phone. This little number I picked up from Savers just the other day, and has gone to Japan for $53.45. Little paisley top there, England Pop it's called. We've got some pants in here, another shirt going over to the USA, and then just pants and shorts. So pretty bread and butter. I'm just posting it, so I'm here, I'll post it, and then I'll get into some work. So let's get that happening, and I'll keep you guys updated on just different things. Always making changes here, always trying to continue to grow, and it's the only way. If I'm not going to do it, no one else is going to do it for me. So yeah. Alright team, we are done. I'm chock-a-block done. So all of this has now been done, as you can see, all bagged up, ready to go picked up in the morning. I've now got out the next batch of stuff that will be getting photoed tomorrow. So we've got some Harley Davidson stuff in there actually. This is all True Religion jeans. Actually, I got these the other week. Had them all washed and had them all prepped, so they're good to go. Look at these little booty shorts, jeepers. Yeah, so currently out of space though, so once all this moves, this is going to become my overflow space for this kind of stuff. Still waiting for the volume to come. It hasn't come yet, so we'll see. Just did a few more electronics. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. It's 4:30 already. I'm done. I want to get home. It's 30 degrees outside. I'm going to go home and have an icy pole. Appreciate you all, and I'm not sure if there'll be more to this or whatever, so yeah. Folks, we're at it again. Alright, so today is Thursday. We're off to the shop. I call the unit the shop if you haven't picked that up already. And today I've got washing being picked up. And the washing, we've got about probably 10 bags going out. There's actually 15 bags, but that's a bit too much for my washer to take in one go, which, you know, I don't want them trying to overdo themselves because it just doesn't make sense. So I've got 10 bags going out today, and then I'll probably have another 10 going out Monday. So today's focus is photographers doing photos. That's just, you know, the key thing there. I'll be processing some electronics again, but I've also got to work on getting the next load of bags of washing ready to go out for Monday. I'll start to do that today as well. Tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be cooler. So today it's a total fire ban. It's going to be like 36 degrees. So my focus is doing as cool of things as possible. And then tomorrow I'll do a consolidation of all the stock and make up some more room, which we should get about maybe 8 to 12 boxes available to be able to make room for, well, more boxes of clothes. So that's that. I'll give you a few updates along the way. Really just trying to keep these as a documentation, longer form videos, just to show you what I'm doing, you know, so you know. I actually didn't sleep really well last night. I got up this morning, started doing my drafts that were already there from my list. I haven't actually finished doing my 25 because I was running a bit late, slept in, had to go for my run, and really just want to get to the shop as quick as possible before the heat kicks in. So I'll probably I might even finish some of the listings there, but I'll probably just do them later today when I come home from the AC or something. There's no AC at the unit, so yeah, let's go. Alright, we're here now, folks. This is all the washing going out today. 10 bags full. And I'm just doing a couple of orders before I get into anything super busy today. I've got a pair of shorts, a shirt, a pair of jeans, sweater, and actually these are Tazos going over to the USA. My nephew found these actually on the side of the road. We got about 63 bucks for them, so well done, mate. All right, team. Today is what is today? Today is Friday. It's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Now you're probably thinking, Chris, didn't you have these picked up yesterday? Well, I was meant to, but there was a bit of an emergency with my laundry lady, so it didn't happen. There, she's coming this morning. But we are chockers. All of this has been done yesterday. We're running out of stock here, so all this will go today. Will come back on Monday. Got a little bit more here. My goal today is essentially to do a big consolidation. I've got to do some picking, packing and posting, but all of this to go out in terms of come out and just reconsolidate, and then hopefully it's going to make enough room for all those boxes. I reckon I'll probably get 12 boxes, to be honest. We've had some pretty crazy sales going out. We've got some Levi's shirts going out for 60. We've got a Woolrich going out for 74. We've got some iPads going out. We've got a little thing going over to, I think it's going to Hawaii. Some pretty cool stuff going out, actually. Some higher ASP shirts and clothing, which is nice to see. All right, team, I'm going to get cracking. I just got my invoice for my storage unit. I just wanted to quickly share these jackets that are going out. So this is Wool Island. I actually would have kept this for myself if it hadn't have sold. It's really, really nice jacket. Look at this. Lined inside, beautiful piece. It's actually gone pretty cheap, gone for about 54 bucks. The one that's a bit better that's gone, this has gone for 74, which is this Woolrich, which also a bit, you know, it's a bit faded in terms of tag sizing, but it is a medium, and this is a canvas twill, and this guy's here gone for about $74. So pretty cool to see those going out. They were just listed in the last 24 hours, so some big stuff going out there. Yeah, nice little flex. Whew. All right. Took a while, but we got there in the end. Total of 19 spots made, which are probably now going to be pretty much chock-a-block once I fill them up with all the remaining bags. We've got some bags here, or boxes more so, and then I've got all of these, and all of these. So yeah, it's going to be chock-a-block. I'm going to put them all in there and see how much room we have left, but it's good. It makes room in the other unit just in time for when the washing arrives on Monday. So woohoo! February in itself has actually been quite a roller coaster of ups and downs, and I'm not doing a February review here or anything, but it's just because majority of this video was about February. There's been some heavy costs. We've had some really low weeks. However, there's been some really epic wins as well. And I'm putting more investments into the business to try and, again, help that long-term growth. Because if I've got things that are working now and it's going to enable me to do things for the next 1, 2, 3 years with ease, it means I've got smooth sailing, all right? And it's also a return on investment. You put the things in place now, so when it does get busy or when you do have the opportunities, that you're able to run with it. As I said, I had my second best week ever, and I'm seeing some new averages in ASP and things like that. So there is a level of growth happening. If you are curious about dollars and figures, more than happy to share that. And this is I'm tracking things a little different this year. If you haven't checked out my KPI metrics video, my KPIs that I'm doing for 2024. And look, they're a little different this year. The stats and numbers that I'm checking, they're all very relevant and very valid and very important for a business. But each week I'm basically doing a bit of a journal entry, because I do weekly, monthly and quarterly reviews now, making sure where I'm actually at. Now, I'm actually behind all my targets in terms of where I want to be for 2024, but I'm still seeing some really great growth. So here's February, and here is the year so far. As you can see the two compared, and this is at 25th of February, so we're not the full of Feb. We are seeing an increase compared to January, which is great. I think we'll land, hopefully, if we're tracking with the same volume, might even actually get my best month yet, but we'll see. But something that I really want to make sure that I'm reminding you is that this is a business. It isn't a side hustle just to make a few dollars on the side. Like, I am doing this with a phased approach. I'm looking at it from, I've got to do this to get that, so I can do this to do that. And it means it's going to take a lot of time to build. And look, I'm not asking you to stick around for the next 10 years and follow along, but what I will say is that my intention is to continue to build this out as a business, not just in clothing, not just in, the stuff I'm doing now, but a business in general, and see that evolve over the years to come. And that's really what I'm playing for. It's always what I have been playing for, but I'm more convicted by it more than ever at this moment. And I want to be honest and transparent with that, making sure that that's what I'm sharing here. So I'm trying to change that frame of what I'm presenting to you guys, because at the end of the day, yes, it is a reselling business, but I'm trying to build it from a different perspective, the way that I've always wanted to build it from when I was working 9 to 5. I always wanted to own a business. I always wanted to build a business. This is that. And I feel like really now we're just getting started. Like this is the start of year one of building a business, opposed to just doing a bit of reselling and learning the ropes and understanding what works, what doesn't. But now we're getting into the nitty gritty of it all. So yeah, this is the reality of it at this point. If you do have questions about all this, and I hopefully some of the additional footage is giving you a bit more context of what I'm doing and what I have been doing. But I'm not really trying to document, planned documentation. I'm trying to document it as it happens, so it makes it more real and as it happens. So yeah, appreciate you being here. If you do have any questions, chuck them down below. Appreciate you being here. You have a wonderful day. Cheers.